probably haven't heard of it. So, I'm going to tell you guys about something that they call the Habsburg jaw. Marriages between relatives were common in ruling houses of Europe well up until the last century. Queen Elizabeth married her third cousin. The Spanish Habsburg really got into this practice. In 9 out of 11 of the total marriages that occurred among them during the 184 years that they ruled Spain, from 1516 to 1700, were incestuous. Their rule may have began officially in 1516, but the Habsburgs, who were originally German and Austrian, had been controlling various regions of Europe since the 13th century. Their Spanish reign was set into motion when Habsburg ruler Philip I of Burgundy married Joanna of Castile, the female heir to the throne of what's now much of Spain, in 1496. And after a decade of political wrangling and skirmishes, he took the throne of Castile in 1506, 6 years after having fathered Charles V, who himself took the Spanish throne in 1516, right? Okay, now, just as they themselves had received the crown through marriage, they knew it easily passed out of their hands in the same way. So, they're like, we got to keep the Spanish monarchy in our family. And they began to look for spouses in their family, kept in the family. Besides ensuring that the throne remained in the grip of the Habsburgs, it also had unintended consequences that would eventually lead to the dynasty's downfall. Not only was the crown passed down, but so were genes that produced birth defects. Can we throw up one picture? In fact, modern researchers widely believe that generations of inbreeding among the Habsburgs caused their downfall. Due to incest, the genetic line continued until Charles II was physically incapable of producing children. And that brought about an end to Habsburg rule. While the line was intact, don't go to the last picture yet, okay? No, you go to the second one. This inbreeding caused a number of unusual traits, including the Habsburg jaw. Go to the first one. See that? In the first one, just go back. So the Habsburg jaw is known among doctors as mandibular prognathism. It's like a severe underbite. It's caused by protrusion of the lower jaw to the point where it's significantly larger than the upper jaw and creates an upper bite sometimes so bad it could interfere with your speech and make it difficult to fully close your mouth, like a bulldog. Do you ever pull back a bulldog's mouth? The jaw is far further on the bottom. When the first Spanish Habsburg ruler, Charles V, arrived in Spain in 1516, he couldn't fully close his mouth. One peasant supposedly yelled at him, "Your Majesty, shut your mouth. The flies of this country are very insolent." And if we go to the last picture, the last one, Charles II, had a lower jaw so pronounced he struggled to eat and speak. In addition to his Habsburg jaw, he was short, weak, impotent, retarded, suffered numerous intestinal problems, and didn't even talk until he was 4 years old. One French ambassador wrote back that the Catholic king is so ugly as to cause fear, and he looks ill. That's a nice little bedtime story for everybody. On that note, I hope you enjoyed that little walk down memory lane. I will see you all on Monday.